So today in Brno, I succumbed to temptation. Find out what happened. So today I'm in Brno in the Czech Republic. I'm parked at the old stadium. So just off to explore and see what Brno has to offer. Brno is somewhere that I wasn't planning to come to, but I met somebody that said if I was travelling between Vienna and Prague, I should stop at Brno and have a look. So that's what I'm going to do. A 20-minute walk into the centre of town. I think I can cut through that park. So I'm still walking towards the centre of Brno. This is just coming out of the park. This is the first street I came to, so I thought I'd give you a view of what just a general street in Brno seems to look like. I'm waiting for the lights to change so I can cross the road safely. So they do have trams in Brno. They also have buses that run off overhead electric cables as well. The other thing is if you want to take a bus or a tram, you have to know where you're going. And you can't just do what I've just done, which is see something in the distance and then go over to investigate. Now the reason all the writing is the wrong way round is because I walked over to look at the other side and the light's not catching it very well on the other side, so you can't see anything at all. That water display and the building are actually a theatre. And here we have a square with a lovely bit of scaffolding, obviously not to be outdone by Vienna. Fortunately, they have left a small part of the building scaffolding free. Of course, if you are embarrassed about your scaffolding, you can always cover it up with some tasteful advertising. However, if you cast your gaze in the right direction, it is quite pleasant. So this square, at least, is a kind of mixture of old and new. Jammed together. I'm not entirely sure it works for me. Oh wow, what an amazing building. This is the old town hall, and the weirdest thing is that when you walk through it, for some reason there is a stuffed crocodile hanging from the ceiling. So you never know what you're going to find when you're wandering around. So apparently they're a couple, they play with the Philharmonic. Okay, so this is a very nice square. Lovely market in the middle. And the old and the new are blended much better. In my humble opinion, of course. That is not my white van, by the way. So I have to confess, I've just had a culturally inappropriate meal. But in my defence, let me explain. So it all started when I spotted this from the market square. I was heading towards it when I came across this wall. I can't read any of the inscriptions on any of the plaques. Came to this opening and looked inside. I climbed the stairs and came across this courtyard. In the corner of the courtyard was a small little French restaurant, and I succumbed to temptation. And just above that little restaurant is the Cathedral of St. Peter and St. Paul. I also have to confess, I'd forgotten just how good French cuisine is. My assumption is that this is the boys themselves. So what lies beyond these doors, I can't show you, because it asks you not to take photographs inside. Not that that stops some people, I noticed. So, just like most ancient cities, Brno has expanded out over time and is continuing to do so. Well, they're also taking care to preserve what was here before. And perhaps that's a good question. How do you preserve an ancient city, yet meet the demands of modern living? And of course, high on the hill, overlooking all of this, is the castle. The city's protector for all this time. So in the end, just how successful is Brno at merging the old with the new? To be fair, that's something you're just going to have to judge for yourself when you visit Brno.